So you want to impress your subscribers with creative photos, but you're out of ideas. Everything turns out somehow boring. However, you have to stand out to collect more likes. In this video, you will find at least 10 ideas for creative photos and some special techniques that will take your photos to the next level. Let's go! Hi, my name is Arthur and welcome to the Movavi vlog. There is a stereotype that you need to have a large studio with fancy cool equipment to be able to shoot something epic. But in reality, even with everyday objects in an ordinary room, you can achieve professional results. In the first trick, all we need is the object itself, in our case a watch, and also a mirror. We took a large long mirror and put it along the vertical composition of the frame to catch more depth. If you only have a small mirror, no worries, it's okay, just put the camera slightly higher to hide the edges of the mirror. We also took a small softbox and aimed it at the ceiling to get a soft white light from above. Actually, it can be any light like a table lamp. This is not so important in this case. In some scenarios, it is even better to turn off the overhead light. I will tell you why later. And one more thing that we need is a multicolored Christmas LED light. We didn't have one, so we took an RGB stick and turned on the mode with a quick color change. We put the camera vertically with the aspect ratio of 3:2, 4:5 or a square. See what looks best for your scene. Narrow the aperture as much as possible to f16 or even f22 and extend the shutter speed to 2 to 5 seconds. If you're shooting alone, I advise you to set a timer for a couple of seconds, then hold the light for 2 to 5 seconds while the camera catches the light and check the result. And try to test several movements: linear movement, along an arc, close to the lens. We even took the long RGB floor lamp and it turned out quite interesting too. Finally, in Movavi Picverse photo editor, let's add a filter and an effect. As a result, here is how it looks. By the way, Movavi Picverse application is available in both the mobile version and the PC version. You can download the mobile version for free on App Store or Google Play, along with such standard features as cropping, filters, or manual color adjustments. The mobile version of Movavi Picverse includes tools for blurring the background or making the picture sharper. Moreover, the interface is very intuitive. You won't need to waste your time on learning. The second one is for Windows and Mac. It includes more photo editing tools than the mobile Picverse, but what really makes this version cool is artificial intelligence-based features. With Movavi Picverse for PC and Mac, you won't have to bother about selecting things, changing the background, erasing unwanted objects, or retouching. Instead, Movavi has made it so easy you can achieve desired results in just a few clicks. You can check out a free trial for yourself. It's available on the official Movavi website. So if you feel like getting the app, download the mobile version for free by following the link in the description. Also, we'll leave the coupon link for a 15% discount on Picverse for PC and Mac, so feel free to use it or share it with your friends. We came here not only for product photography, so let's move outside, grab a smartphone. A DSLR is not needed yet. Find something like a step or a chair, it doesn't matter, and put your smartphone on the ground. You can use the front camera or you can use the rear camera, but I advise you to turn on the rear camera. This camera is always better in quality. To make it easier to compose the frame, you can Wi-Fi this thing to a smartphone or to your watch. Now just stand on top and pretend that you're walking on invisible glass. Add some color correction and here is the result. Let's go back home for a DSLR and at the same time let's take a few more shots indoors. Grab any object, for example a watch or any jewelry. We will need an ordinary foil, tear it into two parts and crumple it into a lumpy state. Put one part along the wall, put the other on the table and place your object on top. Put a camera on a small tripod or place it directly on the table. Grab any warm table lamp with a warm light or any other warm light source and place it on the left side. And put a cold light source on the right. Compose your frame, take a photo, color correct it, and that's it. If you like the video and you're getting value, smash the like button so that we understand you enjoy it and we'll make more similar content in the future. Let's say you want to take a clean photo of an object, a white background, an object, and that's it. There is a cool and at the same time simple trick how you can do this. Grab your smartphone, place it on a table somehow and point it down at an angle of 45 degrees. You will also need 2 pieces of paper and 1 paper clip. Put one piece on the table, bend the second one and connect the corners using a paper clip. It can now be easily placed on the table. Now just put the object under this dome. Also make sure that there is a bright light coming from behind. A window might work well. If this is not enough, put another light source behind the paper. On your smartphone, fix the exposure and increase the brightness a bunch. As a result, you will get an overexposed area around the object. Immediately jump into editing, slightly move the contrast, the whites, the blacks, and you will get a clear photo of your object. To complete our product photography tricks, here is another one. Take a black matte or glossy surface and scatter many gold particles and place a piece of gold jewelry on it. To create depth, I will put a glass jug in the background. It makes interesting flares. For lighting, we will use one warm light source. The warmer, the better. And try to move this light. Play around with lights and shadows until you find the style you like. Finally, add some color correction and enjoy the result. So now let's go back outside. For the next photo, we brought a deck of cards with us. I want to create an effect that the cards are flying directly into the camera. With this idea in mind, the symmetrical composition with a very wide-angle lens will look best. Honestly, it is not necessary to use a DSLR specifically for this photo. A smartphone is also suitable if you have a wide-angle lens built into it. We found a spot where the street, the building, and the trees go far into perspective. Let's put the camera on a tripod and make a vertical composition with an aspect ratio of 3:2 or 4:5. Let's narrow the aperture somewhere to 16 so that everything is in focus. Turn on the timer, stand in front of the camera and make sure that your head is exactly in the center of the frame to avoid distortion. Then just snap yourself as if you are throwing cards directly into the camera. After that, leave the frame, take 3 more photos with a few cards from different angles and twist them to find the best position. Then go to Movavi Picverse, cut out the cards making the background transparent and compose them on top of the main photo. Optionally, you can add a couple of filters, color correction, and that's it. Do not remove the wide-angle lens, grab a book and a pencil. Put the camera on a tripod, roll one sheet into a shape of a tube and put a pencil in the center. Now just take a photo with a symmetrical composition. And for the second shot, stand in front of the camera and take a photo of yourself. Open up the photo editor and select the background replacement tool. In the first step, select the outside area with green and the inside area with red. In the second step, polish the borders and add the photo with yourself. Finally, add a color correction and here is the result. In fact, with the background replacing technique, you can come up with many cool effects, for example, this one with an eye. First, take a photo of yourself near the wall so that your palm is completely visible. And take a second photo with your eye wide open. Also, using the background replacement tool, carefully cut out the eye with blurred borders. Then, as before, add a background photo and place it so that the eye fits into the palm of your hand as organically as possible. Finally, be sure to play around with the color correction tool. This will make the merging of 2 photos more organic. And the weird photo with the eye is ready. Another cool trick that can be done outside is a trick with a smartphone and a bill. Take another bill for reference and take a photo of the first bill on your smartphone, but the scale should be slightly smaller. Open the photo in the gallery and adjust the scale so that it seems that the bill is visible through the screen. Next, grab another camera, take a photo from above and throw a couple of effects in the photo editor. So let's go back inside and I have prepared for you a very simple but very useful trick. Find any medium-sized or large mirror and put it on the floor. Find a composition that works best, try to make it minimalistic. Put your shoes exactly where you will be standing and take a photo. Now put your shoes away, stand in the frame and take a picture of yourself using the timer. In the photo editor, also use the background replacement tool to cut out 1/2 and add the second. Throw a black and white effect, adjust the brightness, and if you want to, add a smoke image to make it more interesting. Smash the like button if you found this video helpful. Check out these videos if you want to learn more on how to create amazing content, and I will see you in the next video.